Most projects don't collapse dramatically. They quietly bleed out because someone approved execution before the project was actually ready. I've seen teams work nights and weekends only to realize 6 months later that the budget never stood a chance. And you know what's the painful part? Those warning signs were visible on day one. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the entire project management process on a single diagram, and I'll show you the exact decision points that separate controlled projects from expensive surprises. Look at the screen with me for a second. Here is the entire project management process shown chronologically on one diagram. To make it manageable, the process is broken down into 5 stages: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. And if this is a long, multi-phase project, these same 5 stages repeat for each phase. It has the same structure, it has new risks and new decisions. The first stage is initiation, which produces a project charter. This is the baseline that allows planning to actually be productive. The charter doesn't need to be long. For a small project, it can fit on one page. The most important item is the objective. It should be one sentence which is agreed by the stakeholders and that captures the outcome and the benefit of the project. Everything that follows depends on this being clear. During initiation, the business case is preliminary. Accuracy is often no better than plus or minus 100%, and that's expected. At this point, the goal is simply to see whether the benefits look like they will exceed the costs. If they don't, the project can stop immediately before serious money is committed. That rough estimate also gives us a planning budget. About 5% is usually set aside to fund planning work. The planning stage is where the full scope, schedule, cost, and risks are determined to about plus or minus 10% accuracy. This is where the expectations start becoming realistic. Adjustments can be made before work begins, not after momentum makes change painful. When planning is done properly, everyone starts execution with aligned assumptions. At the end of planning, the sponsor now has enough information to make a final decision. Approving execution earlier than this carries unnecessary risk. Waiting longer rarely improves accuracy enough to justify the extra effort. Spending roughly 5% of project effort to reach plus or minus 10% accuracy is the point of least effort for the most clarity. To give you an example, on one ERP project I worked on, early estimates came in around $8 million. The leadership wanted to move straight into execution, and after proper planning, the number came closer to 14 million. Because that second decision gate existed, scope was adjusted before contracts were signed. That pause saved the project and a few careers. Execution is where the team delivers the project. The project manager builds the team, removes obstacles, and keeps momentum steady. Good planning allows execution to stay focused instead of reactive. Monitoring and controlling is where progress is compared against the plan. Adjustments are made, risks are tracked, and stakeholders are kept informed. If the risk budget starts getting consumed too fast, this is where the project manager asks for guidance on priorities. Closing is where contracts are closed, work is accepted, deliverables are transitioned, lessons are learned, and the team is released. Skipping this step guarantees repeated mistakes on the next project. Here's the entire system as a snapshot. You need to have a clear objective in initiation, 5% effort in planning, 10% accuracy before execution, and that's how projects earn control before work even begins. Look, I've spent over a decade managing projects where mistakes were expensive and visible. I'm sharing this blueprint so you can build skills that stay valuable even as tools change. If this helped you see projects more clearly, like the video, subscribe, and stay with me. We are just getting started. See you in the next one.